Greetings, folks. Welcome to a new tutorial from Exposure Software. This edition demonstrates several ways of using Exposure together with Photoshop. In addition to being a complete raw photo editor, Exposure can be launched from Photoshop as a creative editing plugin. That workflow is covered from beginning to end in our Getting Started with Photoshop video. When using Exposure as a full photo editor, Photoshop document files with the extension PSD can be directly viewed and non-destructively edited. This enables a high-end retouching or photocompositing workflow to be performed on a file in Photoshop, and then color grading and special effects can be applied using Exposure. The only requirement is that the PSD files are saved with Maximize Compatibility active. Exposure is able to export files in PSD format. You can specify the bit depth and color space for the exported files. Photoshop can also be launched as an external editor from Exposure. Right-click and choose Edit Copy in Photoshop to make a copy of the image with all of your Exposure adjustments. Working on a copy safeguards against overwriting your original file. By default, Exposure creates a PSD image when opening a copy of an image in Photoshop. That can be changed in Exposure's Preferences panel. On the External Editors panel, in the Settings for Copied Images section, the file options TIFF or JPEG are also available. Bit depth and color space options, including compression when using TIFF files and quality when using JPEGs, can also be specified. To learn more about it, watch our exporting video. You can instantly access external editors by assigning a hotkey. For example, Command F10 opens the original file in Photoshop, or Shift Command F10 to open a copy. Use Alt F10 and Shift Alt F10 on Windows. Exposure saves the image as a single layer PSD file. If there are multiple layers in Exposure, they will be combined together when Exposure opens the file in Photoshop. When edits are made and saved in Photoshop, Exposure will notice that the file has been changed and will update with the changes. And that's it for working with Photoshop files in Exposure. Thanks for watching. To learn more about Exposure, visit our website or subscribe to our channel for more videos.